Today's video, we're just going to go over the new content coming out today, and I'm not going to mess with DBG. He's the king of the Worth It videos. As you can see, he has come out with quite a number of these, so we're not going to mess with him. And instead today, all I'm going to do is go over the cards that come out today and give you an alternative card that's already in the game that you can have instead, because cards that come out with a lot of hype, fresh content day cards, they're just normally a little too expensive. If you're looking at the cards that come out today and you're a little, tempted to buy packs, this video is solely to give you alternatives so you don't end up spending any real money, any VC, or wasting your MT. Alright, so first up we have Steve Nash. He's going to be the best point guard in this collection. And I think the easiest comparison to make is Dave Bing, who obviously you have to grind out triple threat offline. But as you can see, they're both 6'3". They have equal driving layups. Post scoring isn't really going to make a difference. Steve Nash definitely not going to be scoring in the post. Dave Bing with at least a usable post fade. Now, here's the thing. Dave Bing has a much higher draw foul. Their three-point shots are pretty comparable. Free throws almost the same. Dave Bing's actually going to get some driving dunks. As far as playmaking goes, Dave Bing actually has a higher ball handle and similar passing accuracy. Defense, they kind of juiced Steve Nash's defense for some reason, but Dave Bing is definitely going to be a better defender. Dave Bing is the faster card. As you can see, obviously Steve Nash never going to dunk it. As far as foul tendencies, Dave Bing is much more likely to foul, but he's also a lot more likely to play good defense. And lastly, we'll check out the badges quick. Dave Bing with Unpluckable and Floor General. Steve Nash, obviously Dimer, Flashy, and Floor General, and Needle Threader, but those are his only 4. Doesn't come with Range Extender, so we'll just slowly go down the list of badges for each player. As you can see, no defensive badges for Steve Nash. And there's actually no clamps on the Dave Bing. I'm pretty sure you can add it to him. But realistically, I'd say just play triple threat offline. Get Dave Bing instead of Steve Nash. And then if you can't get Dave Bing, I would say honestly, just try and grind out this Kyle Lowry. Because I think even though he's a little bit shorter, I think he's just going to be as useful, maybe a little bit better. Hall of Fame Dimer is definitely nice, but you don't need it right now. Next up, we have Chris Webber, who honestly I'd compare closest to the Ruby Token Alvan Adams. They're both 6'9". Chris Webber has a little bit better wingspan. Webber obviously is going to have a bit better of a 3-ball, a little bit better shooting, but I mean, for how much it's going to cost to get him, is he going to be worth his price tag, which I think is going to be pretty high? I would say no. Perimeter defense, better on Alvan Adams, so he's going to be able to switch better. He'll be better at the 4 than Chris Webber is, and at this point in the year, I wouldn't use Webber at the 5. He's a little bit of a better rebounder, and the one difference is that Chris Webber is much, much, much faster, and that's going to be a big advantage. Obviously, his playmaking, because of the nature of these packs, is going to be better than Alvan Adams, but Alvan Adams does come with 12 gold badges. Webber starts with Break Starter and Post Spin at Hall of Fame, which are definitely good. Adams has Post Spin on gold, which is fine. He starts with Dimer on gold. Chris Webber has it on silver. The one huge thing is that Chris Webber comes with Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, which is really nice. Alvan Adams doesn't have that. But if you're looking for an alternative, Alvan Adams is like a pretty good and free alternative to this Chris Webber, and he won't boost your overall as much. Definitely, Chris Webber's the better card, but do you really need him for what his price tag is going to be? The other alternative being Ben Simmons. He's a little bit taller. He's going to give you all the same playmaking. The only problem is that obviously Ben Simmons can't shoot. But if you're looking for a cheap alternative to a playmaking power forward, pretty much you're just going to want to use Ben Simmons. He's almost just as good. And he dunks, regardless of his stats, he's incredible on the break. And is a little bit faster than Chris Webber. Now, next up we have Sleepy Floyd, who I think the easiest alternative is World Be Free. I think Sleepy Floyd is actually going to be the steal of this pack. He's a really good size. He's 6'3", okay wingspan, has 33 gold badges, and kind of does everything you're going to need him to do. He's not quite as fast. He's not quite as good of a shooter. He's not quite as fast as World Be Free is. Definitely not going to dunk as much. Defensively, looks as though he might be a little bit better, actually. But Sleepy Floyd is going to be a really good versatile card. I'd say it's worth getting him, because I don't think he's going to be very expensive. When you look at the badges here, you can see that Sleepy only has the one. He has Hall of Fame Slithery Finisher, which is definitely nice. World Be Free, having Tireless Shooter and Volume Shooter is definitely good if you're trying to just, you know, rim run and go through him a lot. There's no range extender on either of the cards. Sleepy does have a lot of shooting badges, a lot of playmaking badges, and actually a couple really good defensive ones. So overall, Sleepy's the better card, but if you just need a cheap alternative, if you can get up to the Amethyst board, which isn't too difficult, I'd say World Be Free is the better comparison. And then obviously using Dave Bing or Kyle Lowry are two really good alternatives. And then outside of that, I'd honestly say that the pre-order Damian Lillard is pretty comparable. His three-point shot looks lower, and his driving dunk is a little bit better. But honestly, anyone that's used this card a lot knows how ridiculous it is. So even though defensively he's not as great, I mean, he's the same size. He has 40 silver badges, which all do their jobs. And I mean, really, I'd say this Sapphire Damian Lillard is pretty comparable to the Sleepy Floyd. So next up we have Robert Reed, who is a small forward shooting guard. Pretty average card overall. A couple badges, really doesn't do anything great, doesn't do anything terribly. I'd say a good alternative is this Sapphire Kawhi Leonard, who on paper has a little bit worse shooting, and is an inch shorter, but has much better wingspan, pretty good driving dunk, and speed is a little bit better. Kawhi doesn't come with as many badges, but he has all the defensive stuff you'd really need. I would honestly say this Kawhi Leonard is a better card. I'd say this Robert Reed isn't going to be super worth it, but he's also going to be really cheap. So if you can get him under like, you know, 2,000 or 3,000, you may as well pick him up, because he's not amazing at anything, but he's definitely not bad. I mean, at this point, you know, if you really want to go for just a tall point guard, 6'4", 6'7", you can get the Jason Kidd, or you can just go into My Career and make your own player. As you can see, I got Scooter Pittman here. We've talked about point guards enough, so I really think that overall, you're looking at this Doc Rivers, like it's got a, you know, decent 3-ball, pretty good driving layup, okay speed, but you can just go make a free card with spending a little bit of time, and it's better. Again, either use this, go to the Kyle Lowry, the Damian Lillard, or use one of the other point guards in this collection. Or a handful of cards from the token market. I'd say this Doc Rivers he'll be one of the cheapest cards, and, you know, he's fine, but you really don't need this card. Norm Nixon, if you're going to get him, you may as well just get this Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith is going to be a much better shooter, pretty comparable on defense. He's going to be the same speed. This Norm Nixon card is pretty bad. I mean, compared to all the other point guards in this collection, I'd say just get the Kenny Smith. Now, this comparison might not make a ton of sense, because obviously Draymond Green is a power forward center, and you know, has all the playmaking and defensive badges. Genuinely, I would rather use Joe Smith as my power forward, because he rebounds like crazy. You can add a lot of good badges to him. As you can see, mine has Intimidator, Brick Wall, Dimer. He's got I don't know why I put Hall of Fame Trapper on him, but sure. And you know what? Like, this Draymond Green is going to be really good. The Chris Webber's probably going to be better, so I don't think it's worth locking in unless you're going for the Dr. J. His speed is pretty average. 3-ball is a little higher than it should be for a Draymond card, but you know, realistically, I'd rather have 6'10" Joe Smith than 6'7" Draymond Green. And then, you know, any other handful of cards, like I said, the Ben Simmons before. I just don't think this Draymond Green is going to be all that good. They gave him Bronze Rebound Chaser, which, you know, I'm sure you can upgrade it. Coming with Defensive Leader is definitely big, and if you can upgrade his Floor General, that would be nice. I mean, he's a 6'7" power forward, and I just can't really see him being worth it. If you just want someone to start the break, I would say, honestly, just get Joe Smith.
or use the Alvin Adams or the Ben Simmons that I mentioned before. You know, the shooting is going to be nice, but if you learn how to shoot with a stick, you're not really going to need that. So that's going to do it for the player comparisons.
Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. I am going to be live streaming as soon as the content drops at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and follow me on Twitter at SBLiveTweets. Thanks, and hopefully we'll see you in the live stream.